You're watching Fox 13, and the 11 o'clock news starts now.
I heard somebody screaming, and it was my brother screaming, and I ran in there, and all I could see was this big hole.
An unimaginable tragedy in the dark of night leaves one man presumed dead, a whole neighborhood wondering if they're next. This incredible story still developing in Seffner tonight, nearly 24 hours after it started, when a sinkhole opened up beneath the floor of a man's bedroom, swallowing him up alive. Tonight, he's believed to be dead, and it's too dangerous for rescuers to go in and look for his body. Now, take a look at this. This is the house from the air. You wouldn't even know anything is wrong. It looks perfectly normal, but underneath, inside, it's a whole different story. It is collapsing from within. That house is in a neighborhood on Faithway Drive in Seffner. There it is on an aerial map. And Fox 13's Steph DiPietrantonio is out there tonight. He's been covering this for us all afternoon, all evening. What is the latest you're hearing tonight, Steph?
Well, Cynthia, the hole is certainly big, and it is deepening by all indications tonight as the night wears on. One of the engineers who was out here earlier, Larry Madrid, told us that the hole is around 20 to 30 feet around. It started around 15 feet deep last night, but then it sunk to 25 feet. And as the steep walls of the unstable, soft, and sandy soil all around it continue to collapse, the entire house may soon be swallowed up. He says even the slightest vibration could trigger a massive collapse. Impossible for now to recover 36-year-old Jeff Bush's body.
There is a very large, very fluid mass underneath this house, rendering the entire house and the entire lot dangerous and unsafe.
We've determined that there was an initial collapse, followed very shortly by another collapse, and we have noticed movement in the ground since then.
Given the size of the hole, I cannot tell you why it has not collapsed yet.
Now keep in mind that sinkhole was actually still collapsing as Hillsborough deputy Doug Duvall pulled his brother Jeremy Bush out Thursday night. So they've called off the recovery efforts for now. They did bring in a bunch of bright lights, and there was some talk that they might continue the work through the night, but they say it is just too unsafe around the periphery of the home. So the rescue workers, Cynthia, some of them had been here almost 24 hours.
Yeah, so eerie to see that house behind you, Steph, and you're right, it looks perfectly normal. What is next? What happens tomorrow morning when there's daylight again?
Well, they're going to be starting, I think, at the next news conference they're going to try to hold with the county will be sometime around 7 o'clock in the morning. Another reason they've got the bright lights here also is to keep the folks from walking anywhere nearby. You see the police tape right here. I think what they want to do first is figure out where that soft area is around the house. It's about a 20-foot periphery around. They're estimating right now, but they're really not sure, so they can't bring the equipment too close to the house for fear that little bit of instability could just knock the whole thing down.
Just the tiniest vibration. And what about that family living there? Do we know where they are tonight? Do we know if they had sinkhole insurance to help them out?
Well, the Red Cross is helping them and others find some temporary housing for the night for sure. And, you know, the sinkhole insurance is a really sad aspect of this story. The family says they have lost everything now because their homeowner's insurance was up for renewal back in September, but after an inspection, they were told that they were in the clear, so they didn't re-up that part of their policy. So it looks like now they're really out, Cynthia.
That is just so awful. And in terms of evacuations, too, I know the homes immediately next door, they were evacuated, right? Any other evacuations that we know about?
Not that I'm aware of. I think just the house on immediately to both sides of them have been evacuated, but the neighbors here across the street are still in their home. But, you know, they've described the ground underneath as a honeycomb. So really, as we've seen with other sinkhole stories, you never know when and where these things are going to strike and how the ground underneath is going to react. So I would imagine a lot of folks are not going to be sleeping too easily within any proximity of this house tonight, Cynthia.
Can't even imagine. Thanks so much, Steph DiPietrantonio, live in Seffner. Just imagine, as he said, the neighbors, they're pretty much in shock and disbelief right now.